I mean, that was a freebie.
Williams against Rose. Leonard kicks to Rose. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Puts the move on. And he lays it up and in. Lopez has got 5 points so far.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
And good on the basket. Book it. Crawford's got his second bucket of the night.
Wow, beautiful feed from Mo Williams.
Rose goes in, and the layup's good off the glass.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Outside Williams. Passes to Vucevic. Picked by Vucevic. Crawford outside. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and 3-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
Jazz passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. And Williams, here we go. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Left side, Leonard. He feeds it to Dudley. Here's Lopez. No luck. Great D that time for Vucevic.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. Here's Rose. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. He kicks to Thompson. Feeds it to Crawford. The screen from Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Back to Antetokounmpo. Rose against Crawford. The feed to Batum. And the Bulls with another miss. Jazz leading by 3. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Bulls making a switch here. Capella's checked in. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Manu Ginobili's checked in for Lopez. Here's Batum, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Utah leading. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive, and I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah,
Greg, you like groove, don't you?
I do. Let's groove tonight, Kevin. And matter of fact, let's just stay in the attack mode that we're seeing from these guys. They're getting whatever they want.
Lasagna. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Last game for the Bulls, they picked up the W against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Rose kicks to Ginobili. And that one goes long.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Hezonja. Here's Johnson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists. You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
It's deflected. It's stolen by Rose. And that's a foul called on Ramon Sessions. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
And Chicago has possession. It's a 5-point game. Dishes to Ginobili. Pass to Capella. Back to Ginobili. Looking to end the run. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
And for Manu Ginobili last season, not his best. Down in every measurable category since his rookie year. He's 37, myriad of injuries. You know, but Greg, there's still something so special about that play.
Yeah, I mean, so much of his game is about movement. And Kevin, after 13 full seasons and factoring all of the international competition, you're going to have to start to show some wear and tear, and that's been the case for Manu.
Excellent point. He played 4 pro years overseas before the NBA. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. And there's the pass to Hezonja. There's the dish to Johnson. Kicks it to Sessions. Johnson the screen. Batum brings the double team. Shot clock at 5. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. How? Another miss by Utah.
You know, guys, getting back to Ginobili, the most concerning part about last year centers around his shooting. Down in field goal, 3-point, and free throw percentage. Just could not find the mark all season long.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And looking forward for Ginobili, he may have to reshape his game a little bit. Less commotion overall to try and reduce turnovers. Maybe accepting more of a toned-down role versus the catalyst role that he's really enjoyed over the course of his career.
They set the pick. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Now here's Ginobili. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. That's good. And the Bulls lead by 1.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Johnson with a screen on Ginobili. Hezonja's shot is off.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Batum wide open. He fires. Another 3 for Chicago.
You know, after starting the game 0 for 3, you know he was just desperately looking for that one to fall.
And Sessions kicks to Johnson. Passes it to Hezonja. Johnson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From downtown, with the clock winding down, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oof, this guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, G8, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Bulls lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they've dictated tempo with their defense and been able to force some turnovers.
Yeah, and you know, they've also done a good job, Greg, on their end of the floor by not throwing the ball away.
They've got Ginobili. Brook Lopez is out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's Lance Thomas. And it's Calderon in at the 1 spot. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. He dishes it to Thomas. He feeds it to Ginobili. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. 7 points for Manu Ginobili.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Williams kicks to Thompson. Feeds to Williams. It's Crawford on the wing. Drills the three-pointer. Crawford's got 10 points.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
And the basket by Thomas.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Calderon against Williams. Down low. Ginobili with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Calderon's got it. Ginobili misses.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Williams kicks to Antetokounmpo. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Ginobili leading the charge.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Chicago?
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
Rose is checked in for Jose Calderon. There's the pick. Williams against Rose. Williams dishes to Vucevic. Good D by Lopez. Chicago leading by 6.
And one thing about Nikola Vucevic, he owns the boards. Posted a top 10 double-digit average in each of the past 3 seasons. Plus, he's equally adept on both the offensive and defensive glass.
Williams passes to Crawford. Pick by Vucevic. Crawford drives in. Nobody near Williams. Here's Vucevic.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
Williams kicks to Crawford. Pick by Vucevic. Crawford dishes to Vucevic. Just 5 to shoot. On the wing, Williams. Crawford outside. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Kevin, he didn't hesitate that time. The D gave him a step, and he just pulled up and drained the three.
Here's Lopez, and he jams it with authority.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Vucevic to the pass to Williams. Back to Vucevic. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Outside Thomas. He kicks it to Lopez. Thomas a screen. Good on the shot. And that's 11 points for Brook Lopez.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Crawford kicks to Vucevic. Stolen by Rose. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Chicago making a switch here. Dudley's checked in. The Jazz also changing it up. And Bahamute's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And Sessions subbed in for Williams. Dudley with a screen for Rose. Dudley, no luck.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Vucevic.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Oh, and here we go. Under the cool. Oh!
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Dudley dishes to Lopez. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. That's good. 6 points for Derrick Rose.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Utah calls timeout. Watching Brook Lopez, he all the time contributes in every category. It's amazing the number of Clark ways he affects the game.
Deadly with the shot. Tremendous touch back to the basket, moves, facing up, makes free throws, good offensive rebounder, capable passer. Well, he just makes things happen.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Capella's checked in, and it's Batum and for Lance Thomas. The Bulls leading by 5. And Dudley kicks to Rose. Lopez inside. Johnson's there. Lopez, no luck.
And talking about Lopez, he does clean the glass on the offensive end. He was 12th in offensive rebounds last year. However, he was 44th in defensive rebounds. That's one important area he definitely has to work on.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
You know, getting back to Lopez, how good is it to have a guy with his offensive package also be a near top 10 shot blocker for you? That's what he was last season and several seasons before that. He's an all-star talent if he can just stay on the court and stay healthy.
Well, Clark, you follow international basketball so much, and Mauro Hezonja isn't a new name to you.
No, it's not, but I'm actually looking forward to seeing him do things in the NBA. Only played sparingly up until now, but the talent and skills he possesses, they get your attention.
Well, Hezonja has been playing as a pro since his 14th birthday.
Yeah, it happens that way in Europe.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And with Hezonja, it is all about what he might do in the future. He has great athleticism, very good size at his position, and already has great skill in terms of scoring the basketball.
Here's Rose, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
You know what I like most about Hezonja is how much he believes in his own ability. He has tremendous confidence. Before the draft, he said he felt he should be the first pick overall. That's confidence, folks.
And he's good on the second. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Out to Sessions. Outside Butler. That puts them in the lead. Butler's got 5 now. No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Here's Rose. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injuries. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
Here's Hezonja. There's the triple. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. And Rose wide open. He shoots. That doesn't go either for Rose.
And, you know, back to D. Rose. He grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's South Side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
Right wing. That's a 2 from Butler. That one wide left. The Bulls have gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. And Batum kicks to Rose. They set the screen. That doesn't go either for Rose. Johnson outside. Butler passes to Powell. Johnson the screen. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Hezonja. Offline from the high post.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Here's Lopez. Tries to snap the cold streak. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. It's the Jazz up 1. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. More action in store as the players get ready to go, having a nice break to get hydrated with Gatorade. You look at Jamal Crawford in this game, I mean, he's been everywhere.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
And what a tremendous game for Crawford. He's got 13 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Vucevic. Antetokounmpo is out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Crawford. And it's Williams at the point guard.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Crawford outside. Back to Williams. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. defended by Batum. Now the feed to Vucevic. Williams, that's a two-pointer. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lopez, a screen on Crawford. Batum. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Vucevic. And guys, Nicholas Batum is a real greyhound on the floor. The guy's got long strides, runs fast, long and limber. Clarkie, he covers a lot of ground.
Extremely active at both ends of the court, Kevin. Great versatility. He can defend 3 positions, and he's played big minutes for the Blazers.
Williams against Calderon. Vucevic is screen on Calderon. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Calderon. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And for Jared Dudley, a bit of a resurgence last season. Found a team you like playing for, played much closer to his career numbers than the year before with the Clippers.
Yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, he turned back the clock in almost every category, and I think to your point, a lot of it has to do with the fit. He's on a team in a role that suits his talent, and I think you're going to see him continue to be consistent.
Williams with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker. And, you know, going back to Jared Dudley, he helps you in so many different ways. Shoots a lot of threes, yet does so efficiently. He rebounds, he passes the ball. He'll get a little physical, too. He's a valuable vet to have in your locker room.
Leonard, he's checked in for Chicago. Pass to Vucevic. Crawford, right side. To the inside. Lopez with the block. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. The Bulls leading by 3.
And you know what Jared Dudley's nickname was in college? The junkyard dog. I mean, for his toughness and that nose he has for the ball. 2 attributes that have served him greatly here at the next level.
Calderon kicks to Leonard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get the rebound. Lopez, no luck.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Thompson sets the pick for Antetokounmpo. Vucevic dishes to Thompson. Here's Antetokounmpo. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. And that's now 9 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Dishes it to Batum. Batum with another miss.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Vucevic is screen on Lopez. There's a screen by Williams. Crawford with the ball. And Batum picks him up defensively. Batum with the steal. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And it's Lopez penetrating. Back to Calderon. Lopez up top. Lots of room. And the jumper is on the mark. Lopez has got 13.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
Lopez against Vucevic. On the wing, Williams. And the rejection by Leonard. Calderon has the open look. The three-pointer, no good.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look.
Thompson right side. Leonard with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Batum leading the charge. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Lopez. Ginobili comes in for Jared Dudley. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jose Calderon. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Powell, he's checked in for Vucevic. Johnson comes in for Thompson. Hezonja, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Sessions subbed in for Williams. And that one's good. Sessions. The Bulls leading by 3. There's a screen. Thomas, a screen on Sessions. Rose passes to Batum. Shot clock at 6. Outside, Ginobili. No luck. And it's Utah the other way. Sessions against Rose. Johnson sets the screen for Sessions. Pass to Hezonja. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. For the tie. Hezonja's shot is off. Chicago has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Sessions against Thomas. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Thomas got his second basket.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Johnson outside. The dish now to Antetokounmpo. Leonard with the steal. Rose with the ball. He has 7. The shot by Batum, no good. And guys, Myers Leonard really showing signs of progress in last season. Huge steps forward for the big man.
And you know, progress is all about confidence with young players. I mean, his shooting percentages were remarkable when you look at the fact that 50, 40, 90, 50%, 40%, 90% for a 7-footer, unheard of, and he's in that neighborhood.
The Bulls leading by 5. And it's Rose penetrating. Misses from short range.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Jazz passing it around. He used that pick to get in close.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
To the paint. Kicks it out to Ginobili. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. Ginobili's got 12.
Guys, you just can't imagine how difficult it is to hit a shot that deep. Man, that was as sweet as honey.
And I was looking over at the opposing bench. They couldn't believe it either.
And the Jazz call time here.
Manu Ginobili is one of the toughest guys you'll ever meet. That goes not just for the NBA, but any sport. I mean, a true competitor in every sense of the word.
Chicago making some changes. Capella's checked in, and Dudley subbed in for Nicholas Batum. And a switcher also for Utah. Butler's checked in. Sessions against Rose. And Sessions kicks to Powell. Here's Azania. Another miss by Utah. On the topic of Ginobili, he's the guy who, when things aren't going well for your team, takes things into his own hands. He takes over, tries to coordinate. His will to win is, as Greg Popovich will tell you, out of this world.
I mean, you know, he's not just physically tough, but as mentally tough as anybody, arguably, who's ever played the game. What a big-time performer and a big shot maker.
Butler attacking. Plenty of space. Chicago grabs the miss.
Some of the shots he's taken have been real head scratchers. I mean, come on. He's out there playing like it's a game of horse at the park.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
Here's Azania. To the middle. Stolen by Dudley. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Derrick Rose is out there with Calderon. Then it's Thomas. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's Capella in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Lopez. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Yep, and if they can maintain this energy level, their lead will be safe.
Here's Rose, and he finished it off with a lay-in. And the Bulls lead by 15.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Kicks it out to Crawford. No good on the 3. The Bulls leading by 15. The pass to Thomas. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 5th assist in this one. Outside Williams. And Thompson kicks to Crawford. The screen from Thompson. Out to Sessions. To halt the run. And he hits the jump shot. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. And here's Calderon. Over to the wing. Ramon Sessions with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. That's good. And that's 15 points for Crawford.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Calderon kicks to Lopez. Thomas a screen. Lopez dishes to Rose. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Williams passes to Vucevic. And here we go. Fast break. Calderon's got it. Kicks it to Rose. Five on the clock. The baseline J. They get it again. And Lopez throws it down.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Picked by Williams. In the corner, it's Crawford. Ball's knocked loose and out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Chicago. Batum comes in for Thomas. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Utah. Calderon kicks to Leonard. Rose attacking. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And that's 13 points for Derrick Rose.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Inside. And Leonard gets it to go.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
There's Crawford with the three. Crawford missing again. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Batum fires. Thompson with the rebound.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Williams dishes to Vucevic. But they'll get another chance. Kicks it out to Crawford. Launches it. And that one's good. Crawford's got 5 points now this quarter.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Chicago calls timeout.
And as good as Vucevic is on offense, guys, he's doing everything he can to catch up on his defense. Huge size and wingspan works to his advantage, although the subpar athleticism hinders him a bit. But, for example, he's averaged less than 1 block per game for his career, mostly because even though he's a 7-footer, he plays well below the rim.
Some changes for Chicago. Capella's checked in, and it's Ginobili in for Jose Calderon. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Lopez against Vucevic. The 11-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. 17 points for Brook Lopez. Jazz trailed by 21. Now here's Williams. Picked by Vucevic. Williams passes to Thompson. Passes it to Crawford. And a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws. That one on Ginobili.
You know, guys, coaching in the NBA is not for the faint of heart. Very little job security. I mean, in essence, you get hired to be fired. Let's face it, it's hard to make a bunch of millionaires do what you tell them to when they might be around longer than you will.
And speaking of coaching, sometimes you'll hear that the coach lost the team. When that happens, is that it, Clark? What's your read on that?
You know, I don't quite buy that. I think it's really rare. Winning can cover up a lot of things, and ultimately it does come down to that, being able to smooth out the rough spots, and winning is the best elixir for that.
Rose against Williams. There's Crawford with the three. And Thompson kicks to Antetokounmpo. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Over in the corner, Batum from 11 feet away. And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist from Batum. 19 points for Brook Lopez. Crawford kicks to Antetokounmpo. Feeds to Vucevic. Antetokounmpo again. Batum. Clock at 6. Here's Vucevic. Another miss by Utah. The Bulls leading by 20. Rose dishes to Batum. He feeds it to Capella. He kicks it to Rose. They set the pick. Outside Batum. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Williams against Rose. Williams passes to Vucevic. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Thompson outside. It's Crawford on the wing. Crawford with another miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Ginobili with the ball. Williams picks him up. It's Ginobili with the drive. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Chicago making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Sessions checked in for Utah. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
Remember, for a long time, flopping was like the #1 concern in the NBA. I mean, it still happens a lot, but the rules have curbed it quite a bit. We have seen less and less flopping the last few years.
Utah calls timeout. Some doubted how the flopping fines would have worked. Overall, there have been less egregious flops for the better in the NBA.
Yeah, and there will always be room for embellishment, but I like the fines because it really does minimize the number of extravagant flops. Guys have adjusted, and they're not laying down as much as they used to.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Chicago. Offside, Batum. That's good. Batum's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
The drive by Vucevic. Out to Thompson. Looking to end the drought. They get it again. Chicago has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. .133 left in the fourth. Here's Antetokounmpo. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Chicago.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment to
Well,
him.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
So, looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And in a 2-game season series, you love taking charge of game 1. That's obvious, and exactly what they're doing here tonight against the Jazz.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Rose. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
And the first one drops.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
And the Jazz making a change here. Powell, he's checked in for Vucevic. And Bahamute comes in for Thompson. Butler, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Hezonja in for Jamal Crawford. Bahamute is screen on Ginobili. Hezonja can't get it to go. Now Rose. Outside Batum. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.